Buddy, it's David Dunbar, and I am finally back at home in Lake Wales, Florida. By the time I get this video uploaded to YouTube, it will be about Thursday morning, Thursday, December the 22nd, 2016. But I wanted to go over a few of the videos that I did this week. For one thing, the Bethlehem story video that I filmed. A lot of people are probably not aware of what the point of that was. Basically, my old church used to do this living nativity called Bethlehem's Marketplace, where you would go from one side of the church to the other, and people would try to sell you their stuff. It was just like walking through first century Bethlehem. Well, just this year, the music minister decided to go a different direction, and this time he wanted to talk about Jesus' birth all the way until his death and resurrection, because he did come back from the dead. And I know it seems a little different that it went into all that detail about all the different periods of Jesus' life, because they were trying to make a point that this is more about God than this was about first century Bethlehem. So that's why they went into all the detail of the Sermon on the Mount and Jesus and the Samaritan woman at the well, because Jews and Samaritans never got along well, just like Germans and Jews didn't go along back in the 1900s. So that was the point of that video. I also have been meaning to tell you guys that I did finally go watch Star Wars Rouge One last Thursday night at Posner Park, which is in Davenport, Florida. It was a really, really good film. I would give it a 10 out of 10 film rating, and that's usually pretty good for me because my friends all know that I'm a very, very tough critic. So, personally, I would say go and watch it, but that's just me. Other than that, I'm not going to say much about the movie. Other than the fact that it took place right before episode 4 and right after episode 3. So, kind of around the same time that Star Wars Rebels is taking place. And if you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, created by Dave Filoni, you may want to watch it because it might help you understand the movie a little bit more. And that's why Dave Filoni decided to do that series. And Disney decided that it would be a good idea to have their next movie completely based off of what happens right before episode 4. And in case people forgot, J.J. Abrams did not direct Rogue One. He did direct The Force Awakens, so that's why it seems a little different. So back on Wednesday, December the 21st, I had the privilege of finally doing my first Disney World video, and I just happened to go to the Magic Kingdom. And when I first got there, it was actually not that busy. The first thing I noticed, like, there was only cars parked all the way up to the monorail track where it first starts when you first enter the parking lot. And that's really not that bad. It's about halfway through it. So I was thinking, oh man, today's going to be a slow day. Or at least an average kind of day. Well, at first, it was actually pretty good. We walked right on Splash Mountain. There was no problems with the ride for once, because that ride always has problems. And I don't even know why. And then we went over and did Big Thunder Mountain right after we checked out that Muppet Moments in History show. And by that point, the park had gotten considerably busier. I mean, yes, we still had to wait about 5-10 minutes to get on Big Thunder Mountain. And then, of course, as you saw in my part 2 video of being at Disney, it took me a long time to walk all the way from Splash Mountain to Haunted Mansion. The two are really not that far apart from each other. I've been going to Disney my whole life. I know doesn't take that long. But I was happy that I did get to go on those two mountains. And I did actually go over and do Space Mountain too. That's also one of my top favorite mountains. I was getting all nervous. I was worried about losing my phone and my wallet and my keys. I don't know if you can or not on that ride. I'm sure people have lost quite a bit of stuff on that ride from what I've heard, considering the employees have to clean up down there pretty much every night, and they find all kinds of stuff down there. I'm not going to go on much further, but I will say this. I am pleased to announce my special surprise video, which is I'm going to be going out to Disney Springs and the Magic Kingdom Resorts on Thursday, December the 22nd, which is when will be filmed and uploaded on, practically. And I figured later tonight, right after I'm done work, I go over to Golden Corral for dinner with a few friends, and then we're going to go out and see the Christmas lights, considering that Christmas Day is just in a few days. And I'm actually very thankful that I get to go see my cousin on Christmas Eve this year. I'm only working until 12:45. Maybe we can actually arrange a Universal Day. I'm not planning on doing any more Universal videos until January because I'm honestly not planning on going back to Universal while it's so busy. I was already out of my mind going to the Magic Kingdom today. So, I don't know what I was thinking there. I may or may not be posting any videos January the 2nd through the 6th, but I will keep everybody posted when I do my usual January 1st or Sunday video, because I always film and upload videos every Sunday and Wednesday. You can guarantee those days. I've been lately throwing in Thursday. That may not be a permanent thing, but it just happens to be the one day I have had time lately and I have felt like filming. Because, sometimes you just don't always want to do this kind of job. And I enjoy doing this hobby, but at the same time, I do enjoy going to my job at Publix, bagging groceries, and I enjoy going to the theme parks without having to worry about pulling out the camera, but at the same time, it looks so cool later on. I'm sorry if I bored you guys out. I'm going to end it here, and I'm really excited about seeing you guys again tomorrow night, or Thursday night, when I go out to Disney Springs. I'll be back with Kagan. Of course, everybody should remember TJ, the guy I usually go to Universal with. He's going to go with me. Neither of them have been to Disney Springs. And I was there with my ex back in the summer, so I'm excited about going back. And definitely seeing the Christmas lights. Until then, I'll see you Thursday night. And now it's time to pay the price.